This video covers Math 0404 Notes, Section 3.2, Rounding Review. So we are going to review how to round, and there was already a section here showing you how to round. The first one is rounding to the nearest thousands place. So we need to know that's the third decimal place. At the end, we want 3 decimal places. So just parenthetically, if you want to put 3 decimals, so you know that's the thousands. If you want to round to the nearest hundredths, that's tens, hundreds, that's 2 decimal places that we want, and so forth, okay? So let me show you this way, and it's different from what you've already seen, how to round decimals to the thousands place. So I'm going to do one example here. So if I'm rounding to the thousands, we want 3 decimal places. So if we want 3 decimal places, I'm going to underline 3 decimal places after the decimal. And I'm going to circle my 4th decimal place. And if this 4th decimal place is 5 or higher, then I round up. So it happens to be an 8. It is 5 or higher. And so since it's 5 or higher, I'm going to add 1 to this whole number, 354 plus 1. So what's 354 plus 1? That would be 355. That's correct. So this is that above decimal rounded to the nearest thousands. Okay. The same thing for a negative number. If we're rounding to 3 decimal places, you do the same thing. You circle the 4th decimal place. If that's a 5 or higher, you round up. Since it's not a 5, it's less than 5, then this just stays as negative 5.429, and that would be your final answer. Make sure to circle those. So go ahead and do part B and D on your own, and then you can do this rounded to the nearest hundredth and rounded to 1 decimal place and so forth. So let's just do one more here. If we're rounding to the nearest hundredth, that's 2 decimal places. I take a look at my 3rd decimal place. If that's 5 or higher, I round up. But it's not 5 or higher, it's a 4. So this one rounds to 0.76. Okay, so circle that, and that continue and do question B, C, and D. Next one's 1 decimal place. So if I'm rounding to 1 decimal place, I circle my 2nd decimal place. If that is 5 or higher, I round up. Otherwise, this one would stay at 0.6. All right, so you can finish the rest of these. These are rounded to 3 decimal places for page 84. Okay, and that's it for section 4 as a quick review for rounding decimal places.